So let's say you have 2.5 million naira sitting in your bank account right now. Knowing that your money is losing value due to inflation, would putting this money in treasury bills make you rich? Let's break it down. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Peace, and on this space I share with you everything I'm learning on my journey to $1 million. So if you're interested in that, you might want to join this family for all the tips on personal finance. While at it, make sure to do all the needful so that you don't miss out on anything. So let's get right into it. So what is treasury bills in the first place? Treasury bills are a short-term investment option usually raised by the government of any country. So not just Nigeria, any country can have treasury bills to either fund a project, make up for deficits in their budget, or even the central bank of the country can use it to mop up money, excess money in circulation, to avoid or reduce inflation, because with more money in circulation means increase in inflation. So this type of investment is usually one of the safest options of investment out there, because the government is not running away with your money. So it is one of the safest options of investment, and this investment option usually comes in 3 different types. So there's the 3 months investment, the 6 months investment, and the 1 year investment tenure. And one unique thing about this investment type or this treasury bills is the fact that your interest is usually paid upfront and your capital left till the end of the period in which you've chosen to invest in. In Nigeria, treasury bills are usually sold by the central bank, which individuals of a society can easily get it from their banks, because they work with the central bank to be able to mop up this money in circulation. So if you want to buy treasury bills, you can easily just go to your bank and tell them that you want to buy treasury bills. And recently I found out that as individuals you can only buy from 1 million and above, maybe because they are trying to mop up big money in circulation, not just your day-to-day trading money. This is just an assumption, but it is one thing that I found out recently which I was not really sure of. But if you have 1 million and above, you can go to the bank and say you want to buy treasury bills, and you'll be sold to. Now let's talk about how much will treasury bills make you if you invest 2.5 million naira in this investment. Currently now, if you decide to invest in 3 months, which is 90 days, the interest is currently at 16%. For 6 months, the interest is currently at 16.5%. 6 months is 182 days. And then for the 1 year option, the interest is currently at 18.2%. So 1 year is 365 days. But now, how do we calculate this? Let's get into the calculation, because money is involved here, so we need to get all the information that we can get. So let's get into it. So for the 3 months investment option, you calculate what you are going to be getting from treasury bills using this formula. So the 90 days divided by 364 days times 2.5 million naira, which is your investment, assumed investment money, times 16% is 0.16. So when you calculate this, it is a very straightforward calculation. You get 98,901 naira, which is what you will get from investing in 3 months with 2.5 million naira in treasury bills. Now for the 6 months option, if you do the same calculation, 182 divided by 364 times 2.5 million times 0.165. That I said 6 months is 16.5% currently. 16.5%, when you do 16.5 divided by 100, it will give you 0.165. So that is the value of 16.5%. When you now do this straightforward calculation, you get 206,250 naira as the interest. So this interest is the money that you'll be paid upfront, while your money will be kept for the duration you have chosen. And for the 1 year calculation, 364 days divided by 364 days is just 1. So this is the easiest calculation. So you just do 1 times 2.5 million naira times 18.2%. 18.2% will give you 0.182. So that is the easiest way to calculate it. Doing this straightforward calculation now, your interest will be 455,000 naira at the end of 1 year. So you are going to be getting 55,000 naira upfront, while your capital will be left with the bank for the duration of your investment. But now some people will always argue, why are you investing in treasury bills? You are investing in treasury bills, but inflation is currently at 34%, but the interest on treasury bills is just 18%. It does not make sense. It is not making you money. But while I will agree to some extent that yes, inflation is 34% or 37%, but then you are getting interest of 18%. Here's what I think everybody that is investing in treasury bills or wants to know about treasury bills, whether as an investment option or just for information purposes, should know. So one thing you should know is, obviously, if you are calculating it literally, like, you are getting interest of 455% from investing in 1 year, before you can make back your 2.5 million naira, it will take you 5 years and some months before you can make back if you keep reinvesting this money. But one thing you should know is that interest on treasury bills usually fluctuates. There was even a time that the interest for a year was 2%. So depending on the amount of money circulation, that will determine the amount or the interest that is usually put on treasury bills. And another thing is, the more people show interest in investing in treasury bills, the lesser the interest would be. Another thing is, you might be wanting to invest in treasury bills, but then the government does not really need money at that time, but the market is always still open, so there will definitely be offers for investment. But this should tell you that the interest will be lower as well. So there are some factors that determine whether interest will be low or it will be high, so you just have to keep that at the back of your mind. So you investing 2.5 billion naira, you should not expect that you investing in treasury bills means that you are going to double your money overnight. That aside, one thing you should treat treasury bills as is as a source of passive income. Like I've said in one of my other videos when I was sharing my sources of income, imagine that you have created a situation whereby every month you have, because treasury bills is usually like sold every two weeks. So when you invest in these 2 weeks, you have an option to invest again in the next 2 weeks, but just know that it's for the duration of the period in which you have decided to invest. But when you invest in treasury bills, you have to see it as a source of passive income, not a get rich quick scheme, because it is one of the safest method of investment out there. So you shouldn't expect that you're going to lose your money. You are never going to lose your money when you invest in treasury bills, because it is backed by the government, the central bank, so your money is definitely safe. Unlike if you were to put it in other places where you are not really sure, you might lose it, you might not lose it. So that is one thing to have at the back of your mind. Now to the question of, can treasury bills make you rich? Obviously not. Treasury bills cannot make you rich, but it can serve as a source of diversification. It can serve as a source of you putting your money in a place that is safe. While it might make lower returns than maybe if you are investing in real estate or even investing in a business, it is a passive income source, so it will not make you rich faster. It is just a passive income source, like I have said several times now. Now, if I'm saying treasury bills will obviously not make you rich, what other investment option can you do that can help you to become rich? In the world of investing and in the world of making money and building wealth, one thing that you have to have at the back of your mind is that to become rich, you have to learn how to earn more. Upskill so that you can learn skills that will help you to earn more money. Another thing is diversifying your investment so that you have the lowest risk available. So if one money is losing somewhere, you are gaining money in another place. So the options I'm going to be mentioning now are ways that you can diversify your money so that you can hedge against loss. So just like investing in treasury bills, you can invest in treasury bills as one investment option while still investing in stocks. You can invest in treasury bills and invest in real estate. If you don't have so much money for real estate, the money you are getting from treasury bills, you can invest in a real estate investment trust on platforms like Piggyvest. All these platforms that usually give you investment options into fractional real estate. So you don't have the money for the big real estate or the land or whatever, you can invest in real estate investment trust. I know Piggyvest has one, so look into it. On my TikTok, I share everything I've learned about these things. Go and check it out and learn all you need to learn over there. So another thing is investing in a business. When you are investing in treasury bills, interest you are getting, you can accumulate it in high yield savings account and invest it in a business. So all these are ways that you can diversify your investment, which will make it faster for you to become wealthy. Just focusing on treasury bills alone is not going to make you rich. That is one true fact. In all of this, diversification is key to not losing your investment. And when I say diversification, it basically means you not putting all your eggs in one basket. Like I've said, if you put in stocks, you put in real estate, you put in treasury bills, you put in high yield savings account, you leave in your emergency fund, all these are ways that whenever anybody tells you diversification, they basically mean putting money in different options. So just have that at the back of your mind when you are investing. And while doing this, make sure to take calculated risk, because you don't want to lose all your money from doing little to no research. But let's discuss in the comments, like, what do you think about this option I've just shared with you? What do you think about treasury bills? If you have 2.5 million naira right now lying in the bank and you know that your money is losing value, would you consider putting it into treasury bills, or do you think you would rather put it in stocks or high yield savings accounts where you are more likely to get a higher interest? Let me know in the comments, because I'm really finding this interesting. I feel like there'll be so much arguments on this. So I would love to hear from you in the comments. While at it, make sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, because I'm sure to give you all the tips and tricks of everything that is working. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.